Hey, it's Katherine from Lavishcraft, and I wanted to talk to you about niching. Now, when you started your business, did you start with the idea of, oh, I'm going to serve this particular industry by doing XYZ specialty and this particular market, or did you actually just kind of start saying, oh, I'm going to do this and let the pieces fall where they may? Well, if you're like me and pretty much 90% of the other entrepreneurs out there, you probably did the latter option of you just started and figured you'd figure it out later. But maybe you got a bit busy doing all of that client work and haven't gone back to working on your business. Maybe you have niched before or thought you have, but haven't gotten specific enough. Because let's face it, niching takes courage. It seems really great to say, hey, I'm only going to do X, Y, and Z work. But it's a whole nother thing to actually only do X, Y, and Z work and say no to everything else. If you determined your niche or a specialty, but you're still taking work that doesn't fall into that specialty or niche that you've defined, then it's time to start saying no more often. Granted, only you know what your particular finances are looking like and can make that decision, but in the long run, it's going to help you to create a business that you love. If you think that you might need to look again at your niche, then I'm going to challenge you to look at it in 3 areas. Now, these 3 areas do overlap, but they all serve a purpose. And I'm going to talk about them in relation to my business and how I've niched down so you can have an example and see how, and apply it to yourself. So to start with, you should be niching within your industry and determine your specialty. So for me, I started off as a graphic designer and decided I would specialize in branding. I niched into a specific area within the industry. Second on this list is niching your target market. The reason why is because you need to learn about the kind of people who are going to need your service, your specialty. You know, I want you to study them and really learn what you can about them, what their needs actually are, and that way you can look into how you can build a service to answer those needs. The way that this applies to me and my business, Lavishcraft, is I have niched my market down to service-based business providers, and even further to primarily online-based service providers. Now, I could brand for more than just the service providers. I could brand products or, whoever else, or even on occasion, I do brand service providers who are locally based and don't really have a need or a strong need other than a place for people to go for a website. But that's not really where I want to be. And so while I will on occasion help them out, it's not my target market. Finally, the third area you need to niche is your service. You will take your research, your specialty, and develop something that really speaks to your target market's pain points. And really, the way that you want to be doing this is differentiating from others out there. So I really focus on helping my clients to create a strategy for themselves and understand their brand on another level that they previously didn't, so they can continue to embody their brand and make decisions that are on brand for their business moving forward. That doesn't mean that it's my entire focus. It just means that that's kind of the way that I'm positioning and the pain point I'm answering, because I've seen many people who have gotten brands but don't really know what to do with them. So keeping this in mind, I know for a fact that I plan to be adding to my service in areas that can help my clients achieve that goal of what to do after you've branded. So if you've been watching this video and listening to my answers and thinking that maybe you have only niched in one area or 2 of the areas, then I highly recommend you actually take the time to answer these questions and niche in the 3 areas: your industry, your target market, and your service. I hope that this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.